Good to see you. Feels like the last day of school today.
It does. It really does.
And we got summer school, so don't worry. Yeah.
JJ, where's the biggest area that you think you've grown since you arrived to where you're at right now?
I would say the biggest area of my growth has been my footwork and just being able to adapt what Coach O'Connell and Coach McCown and Coach Phillips want me to do. And I feel like that's helped everything because it's the foundation to every single play. So I would say my footwork, yeah.
How would you just evaluate your spring as a whole since you got here?
I would evaluate it as, every single day I've just been focusing on new things to get better and progress on from the last day. I always try to be better tomorrow than I am today. And of course, growth it's not a straight line. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, but I'm trying to just maintain that trajectory of going up and up. And, I feel like I'm on that and, just attacking every day with a growth mindset, and it's been doing me well so far.
So is that easy to accept when you're on one of these? Is it like it's easier said than done sometimes, I think?
100%. Yeah, I definitely get down on myself just being a perfectionist that I am. But you have to. They're inevitable. Like, failure is inevitable in sports, and you just got to learn from them and learn from those little dips and, not be attached to them emotionally. So that's what I've been working on.
Okay. What kind of expectations do you put on yourself just going into this year?
The only expectations I put on myself is to know the playbook inside and out, to be the best teammate I could possibly be, show up and work harder than everyone else in this building. I don't know if I could outdo KO, but I'll try. Yeah, that's my only expectations for myself.
He was saying that it's going to be a competitive camp at all positions when the training camp opens. How will you kind of approach, obviously there's some veterans at your position here, and they're not in any rush to not play.
Yeah.
But how will you approach that from your perspective in terms of, I assume you want to play as soon as you can?
For sure. Being the competitor that I am, of course, but this is such a blessing for me. Like, I grew up watching Sam Darnold my entire life. Yeah. Being able to just sit there and watch him, watch Nick, watch Jaron. It's not what they say to me, it's what they do. And just being a sponge and just observing them and eventually, hopefully, one day surpassing them. But right now, they're just phenomenal human beings that are, sharing their wisdom with me. And, I just can't thank them enough for that, and I can't wait for training camp.
When it comes to the footwork element, I guess how different from what you had done before at Michigan is it here when it comes to footwork?
It's different. I wouldn't say it's very different, but when you tie up all the individual footworks to all the individual concepts, obviously this playbook is a lot bigger than ours back in college, and I just feel like, every single day it just keeps getting better and better. Things start becoming more instinctual, and it's just the reps that are helping me progress the fastest along that path.
I've heard many guys who have been in the league a while talk about this offense as being difficult for just even an NFL offense. What have you thought when you talk about it being different or bigger than the volume in Michigan?
I would say it's difficult right away, but once you really dive into it and start compartmentalizing some of the concepts and the formations and the verbiage of the play calls and regurgitate it in the huddle, then it becomes smooth because everything makes sense. There's always a why behind everything, and that's something that I really appreciate because you play that much faster when, I'm not going to say the whys and all the things that I've compartmentalized, but, a lot of things that led up to just playing more instinctual, and it is difficult, but, everything's difficult. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So
it sounds like there's plenty of examples where you've had to kind of pick apart why are we doing this and kind of get into the brain of the coach.
100%, yes, sir. Yeah.
How have you gone about downloading all that new information? I know some guys record themselves on their phone, listen back to it. Like, what do you do to learn everything?
Yeah, I do that as well. I'll listen back to it. Coach McCown sometimes will do, he'll go through the script and say it in his phone and then send it to us, and that's always great to do. But I'll have my fiance just read it back to me, and then I'll go through it, the whole play, and we'll do that almost every night, and that helps out a lot too. Plus, writing down the plays every single time we get the script and having that, you read it, you write it, you see it, and then you start hearing it, and then all that. So
I'm sure she thinks that's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's a hassle, but she understands,
Did you get much time with Justin Jefferson last week? He came in for minicamp for a few days there.
I really didn't, no. Obviously, we're locker neighbors, so it's nice to get those off-the-field interactions with him, but I think I might have thrown one ball to him, so, yeah.
You were in the locker next to him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What does the balance look like for you for this next 6 weeks between getting rest, maybe taking a vacation, enjoying some time off, but then when July 27th comes, you're locked in, ready to go?
I've been doing a lot of traveling, post national championship, so we're not going to go too many places or anything like that. We're going to stay here in the great state of Minnesota, enjoy this weather, and maybe do a little golfing. But, I'm just going to be in the facility as much as I possibly can and, focus on building habits that I could rely on when it starts getting hectic and crazy in training camp. So, yeah, I'm just going to be here working my butt off.
JJ, Kevin was talking a little bit about how this period of things is an opportunity for you to try things and experiment with throwing balls to different spots and just kind of using it almost more as a laboratory. How difficult is it to have that in one part of your mind and also say, I want to come out and put up results and make a good impression with what I do on the field?
For sure. That's something that I battled with in college, being process-oriented over outcome-driven. And, it's just that one play at a time mentality, and realize out here it's okay to fail. It's okay to try to fit a ball in there and then watch the tape and be like, hey, we probably should have progressed on. So, I'm just focused on, the process, and, the outcome will take care of itself. But, I'm just really focused on the process. Yeah.
You a good golfer?
All right. I wouldn't say good, but I'm all right. Yeah.
Sometimes quarterbacks are the
It's mandatory. Yeah, it's mandatory for sure. Yes. I could drive it. I could drive for the show, but not putt for the dough. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Are you doing the footwork around the house as well?
Oh, yeah.
Mentioned he's doing that too.
Yeah, Sam actually told me that. Just work on getting that rhythm and making it instinctual. So, yeah, that was another great tip of his.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.